2 seasonal events for the European region, which is one of the reasons why maybe his PR is decayed to the point that it is. But the last thing he competed in, the Winter Championship, he got 17th. So maybe kind of just slipping under the radar there to get his spot in this top season report.
So we're getting into this one, and we are on Mammoth Fortress. Now, Kelpy G coming in with this Bryn does have the Season Pass colors for Bryn, and that actually looks insane. Those look so good, specifically on this skin and this character.
Yeah, really clean looking. I love the reds showing up on that spear. But for now, Ishett going some lance play, getting some good damage built up onto Kelpy G. Ooh, that recovery. That was an interesting one. Usually you don't see the recovery like as a combo follow-up unless it's off a nair.
Yeah, back what I was going to say earlier, Kelpy G coming into this one, PR 34, so right behind Sageru, is the highest PR player still alive in this tournament, as the previous block of casters did mention that Sageru has already been taken out. We're going pretty even so far. I believe Kelpy G is a little bit ahead in terms of damage. That one hit even right there might have changed it, but Kelpy answers back 2 side airs, one of them for the KO.
Yeah, Kelpy looking pretty good. Gonna juggle weapons, but will likely stick to the axe. Of course, axe versus axe, that's a straight 50-50. And axe generally does pretty well in the matchup against lanes.
Every time we say Kelpy, I just think of a SpongeBob character that doesn't exist but sounds like it should. Like there's Wormy, this is Kelpy, and it would be a friend that SpongeBob made sometime in the Kelp Forest.
Oh, really? I was thinking more like when he went crazy and was locked himself inside his house, quarantined, and he had like Penny, Chip, used napkin, and a Kelpy.
Also could be very true.
Doesn't hit the side sig though. Ishett gonna get away with that. Oh, hits the ground pound. Another one. Still, Kelpy does get those wall touches, though. Able to reset, and Ishett going wide and will still make it back. I love that decision making. It's a weird one, but it really works out when you have all that horizontal movement.
And it definitely is a standard one that we do see some Lance players going for. Maybe not every single time, but frequently enough that it is a part of the Lance flowchart, how do I recover back to stage. That might have actually saved him a little bit. I think his dodge was gone. The recovery was gone, I believe, as well. So that might have actually saved Ishett there from falling to his death, but it also gave Kelpy a little bit more in terms of the in-air movement economy to get back to the stage.
Yeah, so far damage has been evened up, but again, Kelpy able to hit the side air, take that stock lead, and again, gonna stick with the axe, but Ishett could be able to get this stock. Oh, was a little late on that.
Ooh, I thought that one might be the KO option, but not
close.
Quite. Has plenty of time to get back. Ishett has been extremely weak so far in terms of the weapon tosses. Like there was that edge guard situation on the right side where we saw him hit 2 Lance ground pounds. It didn't send Kelpy super far because he wasn't very damaged, but still hitting 2 of those back to back and then not following up with like a weapon toss that would at least burn a dodge. He's just nairing all the way to the sky.
He got a lot of damage off that one. Multiple nairs. Hits a side air as well. Kelpy not responding any damage, and Ishett gonna take game number 1. The bottom PR'd player in the tournament is getting the upsets.
We're seeing these replays here. That was a nice side air follow-up. There was a nice D-like ground pound. And this is going to be the end of the final stock. Just completely destroyed. Very impressive.
You said that so calmly, it's like almost painful. Just completely destroyed.
Well, I mean, yeah, he just like,
absolutely murdered.
He just went out there and he did it. He was like, step one, I'm going to destroy my opponent. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, just like one of those clean destructions of a decrepit building. Like,
yeah,
the charges are placed perfectly. But Kelpy, sitting on this corner, did see the stars come out, but both of them able to get back up to the wall.
Looking for those nairs like he found previous game. Neutral light comes through. Kelpy finding some really good unanswered damage so far.
Oh, this is big.
His side airs on the edge have been really good so far. Weapon toss goes a little bit high, but that was the right move to make.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. Unfortunately, it didn't hit, but still Ishett able to get back. That's that long distance that Lance gives you. Just so much horizontal movement.
I underestimated how high the ceiling was going to be there. I almost expected the recovery from the spear to KO.
Oh, stage spike! And the dare!
fantastic hit there. I think maybe got a little bit lucky on that one that the 45-degree angle was there to send Kelpy down. But great turnaround on that.
That's 100% intentional. But Kelpy, with the recovery, going to even it up again. Going to juggle for a moment, just kind of delay that next weapon spawn. Yax can cover it, trying to deny, but the weapon toss actually hit Ishett. Usually you want it to just like pass through them or hit far enough away that you can steal up the spawn.
Now we have Axe v Axe here. I think Kelpy has been winning these trades a little bit so far, at least throughout the set. Not actually winning right now. Now that Ishett is back over to the Lance.
Oh!
Nice gravity cancel side signature. Feeling that one too. You see the taunt in the middle of the stage coming out, doing a little bit of a donut there, burning some of those tire tracks into the stage.
Yeah, celebratory, going to Firestone to get some new tires.
That is not an ad.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored. I don't know why Duke is giving out free publicity. Maybe he's on the payroll for that tire company that I will not name for free.
What's the Michelin? There.
Yep, that's another one. I don't know why
it balances out. Side air doesn't get the stage spike this time. Kelpy gets to the right side. Ishett really needs this stock off of Kelpy. Down like ground pound, and he's able to even it up. But man, is he bleeding out.
Second time he's picked up one of those D-Light ground pounds right over the corner. Even that unarmed recovery, enough to send off screen on the top, really close to that blast zone. He was playing it. He's tickling it just a little bit.
Yeah. Got to shake hands with the blast zone, but still, nope, the side air is going to do it. Kelpy going to clean that one up, gets game number 2.
And this is what I would expect from someone who is the second highest PR in the tournament so far. Looking at Ishett's going into this, we did mention he was 64. He's at the very tail end of the people that were invited to be in this tournament. It was PR 33 through 64, and he is 64. Look at some of these stats coming up here. A lot more damage dealt from Kelpy G. Great work there, and 50% accurate on the light attacks. That's fantastic. Only threw out 50, so it's not like he threw out 100 and hit 50 of them. But still, 50% even though he threw out 50, that's just solid. Great work from Kelpy.
Yeah, it is interesting with regards to like kind of how the set PR works out, is that it's the highest PR left in the tournament versus the lowest PR left in the tournament here in the top 8 bottom side.
Kelpy is going to be starting this one out with Spear, but he is, I believe, getting the better of Ishett, at least in terms of damage. Certainly has it in terms of power position on the stage. Spear all of a sudden stepping up here. That might be a better answer to Ishett's Lance than the Axe was so far, even though Kelpy has been successful with both weapons.
Ishett, though, does clean it up immediately and then picks up the Lance again, waiting for the spawn to delay, and he times it perfectly. Knew that that weapon spawn was going to come out just before Kelpy could go and run to it.
Juggling again in the air with those neutral airs, was doing that before. Outruns the side light, misses the dare follow-up after the side light that he does hit. Went for the jump there, it was dodged through. A lot of moves coming out from Ishett now.
Yeah, that was a defensive down light if I ever saw one, but Kelpy able to dodge through the end light. Falling there, Ishett with the patience doesn't follow up off the down light. So many Lance players will go for down light into end light. I'm surprised Ishett did not.
And it was an interesting choice to go for the D-Light in the first place because he was throwing out so many nairs before. That's where Kelpy was intending to float around, but he threw out one of the nairs, then expected the landing, and he nailed it. And he now has a major lead in this game, only in the orange on his second stock. Meanwhile, Kelpy is spawning in on his final.
That was a really nice string of hits from Ishett to get that second stock off of Kelpy. Gonna try to deny this weapon pickup. Kelpy does pick up the spear. We'll see how well it does.
Oh! What?
Just the hard stop. That was the brakes from Ishett, and Kelpy can't get the wall touch. Clean win from Ishett.
I can't imagine how he got priority there. I'm gonna have to look at that one. That's gonna be one I look at later and put on Twitter with hitboxes and hurtboxes on. That'll look nice in the slow-mo coming up here, but I'm really gonna want to see those hitboxes and hurtboxes.
Bryn mains everywhere crying.
Oh,
there
yeah,
it is.
love that.
I think it's just before the startup. Like, she has the forward movement, but the hitbox didn't come out.
That's crazy.
Comes the slow-mo.
comes.
Yeah, see?
Bink.
Got the forward movement, but gets caught.
Yeah, I can't wait to look at that later. That's going to be a nice one.
Okay, here we go. Game number 3. No, 4. Ishett just took him. 3 currently 2-1. Ishett 1 game away from knocking Kelpy out of the tournament.
One of the crazy things is how active the in-game chat is. In like a normal tournament where we're this deep in the bracket and it's like your top 8 people, you never see the in-game chat like this active. There's so many people in here. Landfish, Knees, Fozy, like people who aren't even playing in the tournament today. And then of course the people who are playing in the tournament, like you see Magi in there. You see, that's really the only one I think playing in the tournament today. So yeah, a lot of activity, a lot of people watching this, not even just at home, but also in-game as well.
Yeah, they got to be right in the stands. They're on the sidelines instead of in the stands. But here we go, game number 4, Ishett versus Kelpy on Miami Dome. No character swaps.
Oh, tried to chase him around the corner. Ishett went really wide on it though, so Kelpy wasn't anywhere near the perfect position to punish on that one, leading to an edgeguard situation or anything like that. Ooh,
the patience, but didn't get more than that.
Interesting choice for Ishett to just go for a raw neutral signature in the middle of the stage when his opponent's in orange. Oh, nice. Finish that one up real clean.
Sorry, I was saying you were going to say nice down like ground pound from Ishett. Really good edge guarding on the underarm. Like I thought when he threw the axe that he was putting himself in a risky spot, but clearly he knew how to do that edge guard.
That's now, I believe, the 3rd D-Light ground pound he has found for a KO.
Kelpy now trying to play that spear against Ishett's lance. Nice downlight. There's the end light follow-up. Follow-up jump Sair as well, getting some good damage.
That dare would have been nasty if it hit too. Kelpy was right to throw out the spear recovery. Oh my god, Ishett is throwing attacks out and he gets punished. Oh, that's tough. Kelpy underestimated how far that recovery was going to send Ishett. He probably could have just waited for Ishett to throw out the recovery and then wait for Ishett's actual recovery to touch the wall. He was going to have to like side air into the wall or dodge into the wall or something like that, and that would have been the proper space to punish it.
I think Kelpy just kind of miscalculated the positioning on that one, and Ishett got away with it, got the hit and the chase dodge up. Still sitting on this first stock. Kelpy wants it. The dare's going to miss. Kelpy, second opportunity. Nice pogo to get the stock.
Stayed up high enough this time. You saw that the punishment was later. I don't want to say it's late because it definitely wasn't, but it was certainly later than the punish before that we saw. So he timed it out much better. Great adaptation on that. We love to see that.
Yeah, didn't try to challenge it directly. Instead, waited for it to fly by and then hit from behind. Kelpy, though, is going to need a lot here. Currently about 2 hits away from getting knocked out of the tournament. He's trying to take this to game number 5.
This would be a big upset, certainly PR-wise, and that is going to be it. Ishett with a 2-stock on that one as well. Only 283 damage. That's all Kelpy G was able to put out before he fell, kept him under 300. Ishett putting out 463. We're going to do some math here just to give you the exact number on that. 463. Someone could probably do it in their head. This isn't really that hard to do. It's 154 damage. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, when you turn red in Brawlhalla, that's normally when people are looking for KOs, right? That's when you're looking for your D-Light recoveries, your D-Light Sairs, things like that. 150 damage is when you turn red. So 4 damage